Good afternoon, everybody. Francois, community advocate for the REITE Club. I'm joined by Alfonso Salemi, co-founder of the REITE Club, for the REITE News. So welcome, Alfonso.
Hey, how's it going, Francois? Yes, super excited to launch this new series that we're getting off on the REITE Club News, and we want to keep up to date with our community and all the members, the amazing members of the REITE Club community. I know, Francois, you've been doing such a great job staying in touch with the community. Being an amazing advocate, speaking to so many of the community, and these are going to be a staple now. We're gonna try every week, Tuesdays at noon or shortly after, like we are today. To talk about what's going on within the REITE Club, what's going on within the whole news of real estate investing and all that type of stuff, and of course, what's going on with the prices across the country that we're seeing. So super excited. For those of the REITE Club community that maybe you guys have some news yourself that you want to share that is unique to what you're doing or something that can help other members of the community. We want to hear from you as well too. So it's not just about us. It's never been about us, the REITE Club. It's always been about the community and what you're doing out there. And we'd love to share your stories, experiences, things that you can share that will help our REITE Club community. And on that note, for those, both Francois and I were pretty in tune into what's going on in the real estate news. The CTV Morning News actually today had an article from one of our guests, tomorrow night at our 4th year anniversary, Robert Hogue. So he's the senior economist at the Royal Bank of Canada, and he was talking a little bit about the soaring home prices, even in small markets that are seeing. So those little sleeper towns that were like the secret investment spots and finding places, those seem to be going up. So Francois, I know you've come, we were talking about this just before we jumped on, seeing that. What have you seen from that standpoint of, the house pricing soaring? Because I know you're an active investor looking at deals, several deals every day.
Yeah, no, it's insane. Like, I'm in Ottawa, so if anybody knows the Ottawa geography, about 100 kilometers east of Ottawa, there's a small town called Hawkesbury. I actually grew up there, 10,000 people, and houses. I own three properties there at one point, and it takes forever to sell. In the past, anyway, it used to take like a full year to sell something. Now there's bidding wars, multiple offers, selling over asking. And that's something they've never, ever seen. So anything within 100 to 150 kilometers of Ottawa is selling like hotcakes. And it's the same everywhere. Kingston, so pretty much anywhere in Ontario and Quebec now as well. So even the province of Quebec was a slower market. Now it's definitely a seller's market. So all across Canada.
Yeah, definitely. And I can share from our experiences from the rent-to-own side of JEG Properties. We're helping tenant buyers, clients, they're finding the home and we're purchasing them. And that has been a huge issue of, multiple offers situations in almost every single property or home that we're looking at. Yeah, we've been forced to get, as creative as possible to make sure that we're securing the real estate, so we're securing the properties for our clients. I want to say it slowed us down a little bit. We've still been able to manage to get 13 properties or 13 new projects started in this calendar year. But we were on track for even more if it was even a little bit of a cooler market. But with interest rates the way they are, with just real estate the way it is, it's so hot, such a hot market, so many factors. And now this article is a great point that it's going across, touching all spots, not just large. Oh, by LRT, there might be like a direct horse line to get into the city. Those little towns are blowing up in population because the work from home is just something that is becoming more and more popular in the future. So we're super excited. We can't believe it. It's actually yesterday. It was the official anniversary of 4 years of the REITE Club's first event in Burlington, Ontario, and 4 years later now in 2021. We're going to be celebrating our 4th anniversary tomorrow night, Wednesday, March the 23rd. We're going live, and we usually do a little bit of a warm-up about 10 minutes, 15 minutes before 7 o'clock. A lot of people join on, and we have some pre-networking and some conversations, and we get right into the event at 7 o'clock. And yeah, we're super happy to have Robert Hogue, the senior economist at Royal Bank of Canada. He's actually going to be on the presentation. We're talking to him a little bit about the housing market. We got amazing questions from the community, so thank you for all those that have participated on the Facebook page, on our Instagram page, that sent in some questions. If you have some last-minute questions, put them below. We want to get those questions answered. That's the whole point of having Mr. Hogue and Robert on to answer the questions of the REITE Club community, get a little bit behind the scenes of what the big banks are thinking, right? Because I think somebody said that, right? We want to be the bank. Don't hate the bank. We want to be the bank.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
that's awesome. So 4 years, Alfonso, did you, when you signed up for the REITE Club, when you co-founded the REITE Club, did you envision it going this way, or was it just a little club in Burlington, or?
Yeah, well, one of our, the first event we had, we probably had about 70, 80 people in the room, which was fantastic, and that was a great way to launch it out, to start it. And then we started doing monthly events in Burlington, and it was really great to get into one room together, because a lot of the real estate investors out there, you probably think, it's almost like a solopreneur. It's your own business. You're doing it as a side hustle. Maybe you don't want work to know that you're leaving a half hour early to go look at properties or to invest. So it was a great way to connect people and to get like-minded thoughts, encouragement, support, knowledge, information, experience all together in one room. And no, I would have never imagined that we would be going live on Facebook on a Tuesday at noon, and the way the reach of even yourself out in Eastern Ontario. You're moving further across the country, the reach now that we've spanned, and there's even going to be some talk about the Yukon territories and the Northwest territories tomorrow night, and how you can invest in igloos. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking about that, but maybe there is. I don't know.
Melting houses, that's a new one, and permafrost. So you have to watch out. I mean, if you buy, like, maybe your house will sink. So those are all things to consider.
Well, that'd be very dangerous if that got into a hot market. Everything would melt.
Yes.
But yeah, we are talking. So there's, we're very lucky in Canada. Obviously our neighbors to the south, and a lot of business is done right along that U.S.-Canada border, and then we go coast to coast to coast to border, right? So we're covering all spans of the country, talking about what we can do to enhance our own businesses, to improve our processes, to learn what others are doing, or maybe what others you don't want to do, right? So those types of things, and that's going to be available tomorrow night. It's going to be a great event. As always, we're going to be having our live networking. We do this, we started doing this a few months ago now, but after every single event, we're going to do our live networking. Granted, it's not as good as being in the room all together, shaking hands, high fives, but really, guys, it's even better in some senses, that we can now network with people from coast to coast, from across the country, and utilize and see. And this is what I've always done in our business, seeing what rent-to-own companies do in BC or Alberta or out east, right, in Winnipeg, all different places across the country, and apply to our own business. Now we can do this across the country for every type of strategy, and super, super excited to do that. That's one of my favorite parts. The live networking afterwards, talking, and people are just so open. That's what's amazing about this REITE Club community. People are so open to share their experiences, the good, the bad, and everywhere in between, because there's definitely both good, bad, and in between, and we can learn from all those experiences. So yeah, to answer your question, I guess, Francois, no, I would have never imagined, 4 years later, 4 and a bit, in the preparation of that first event, but yeah, 4 years later, of how quickly and how large the community has grown, and in the interactions, and just the personal satisfaction that I know myself, Sarah, Daniel, Laurel, the other co-founders, and now the team has grown with yourself and Catherine and Paul. We brought on Jennifer as well too, So the team keeps growing, and we have amazing Lance. Shout out to Lance. He's been amazing for the REITEClub.com. Guys, if you haven't checked that out, there's a fresh new look to the REITEClub.com page. Yeah. We have the best version out there. I challenge you to get on there today, take a look at the forums, and we keep filling that up with more and more info.
Absolutely. So super exciting. Anyone who's not registered, you need to register now to attend tomorrow night at 7 p.m. But we are starting a bit earlier, 6:50. Be there and make sure you catch our warm-up, and then the co-founders and their vision for, well, anyway, the path, like as they think about the past 4 years and the vision for the future. So I think
That's
that's it for today for the REITE news. But next week, we're going to prepare some more stuff, Alfonso, and we're going to get this rolling, and it's going to be fun.
Absolutely. Yeah. And for any of those out there that want to join, that are interested, have something to share, something valuable that you can provide to the community, we are completely open and want to hear from you. Like we always say, it's about you, and come grow with us.
Yes. Thank you. Have a good afternoon. Bye.